If you click this video, you're probably curious about the beautiful Treasure Valley, Idaho and what it has to offer as far as living in it. Well, today in this video, we're gonna be talking about the 5 biggest pros or biggest benefits that the Treasure Valley has to offer you. So let's dive into the content. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. I am your host, Nasim Issa. I actually came to Idaho over 8 years ago on military orders, and now I get to help people just like you guys as you get ready to relocate and potentially find your home. So I do wanna mention I am a licensed real estate agent here in the Treasure Valley, Idaho area. You'll see my phone number, you'll see my email pop up on the screen. Call me, text me, email me, guys. I am here to be a resource for you, and I couldn't be more blessed to be able to help all of you guys. So with that, let's talk about today's topic. So today we're talking about the 5 biggest pros, more specifically in the Treasure Valley. So if you're not familiar with the Treasure Valley or what all cities are in the Treasure Valley or what counties are in the Treasure Valley, it's mostly Ada County, a little bit of Canyon County, but it's some of the most beautiful cities in the state of Idaho as a whole. So you have Boise, Meridian, you have Nampa, you have Star, you have Eagle. You just have so many different beautiful, amazing cities within the Treasure Valley, some which I did not mention, but as you guys saw with the image that popped up on the screen, the Treasure Valley is absolutely beautiful. Now I want to give you guys a quick heads up. I am still in Miami. We've been here for a work convention, and we took a couple of days off because we typically don't get to take days off as a real estate agent, full transparency, but there's no palm trees, there's nothing like this in the state of Idaho. So please don't look at the background and think, oh my God, Idaho has palm trees. To my knowledge, it does not have palm trees, but we do get back this Friday. We're super excited to get back and be able to help all of you. So coming in at pro number 1, and probably the biggest reason why most people hop in a moving truck as soon as they stop visiting Idaho or get back from visiting Idaho and move their families across the country to move to Idaho, is the natural beauty and its outdoor recreation. I cannot say enough about how much the Treasure Valley and just Idaho in general offers you guys as people that may enjoy the outdoor recreation or just the natural beauty that it has to offer. And I think there's a direct correlation with a lot of different things due to that. And we'll talk about that a little bit as well. But the outdoor recreation side of things, guys, I always tell people you can literally not find anything that you can't do in Idaho, probably outside of climbing a palm tree or something like that, right? But overall, you can go during the winter time and snowboard and ski and do all the winter things, right? And then during the summertime or fall or even spring, you can start doing some of the outdoor stuff where you're going camping and hunting, or maybe you like to go out and just go for trail rides or bike rides. You can do all these different things, and there's 100 different things you can do. If you like hot springs, we have that. If you like to go and maybe jump out of planes, well, we can also do that. If you like to take hot air balloons for rides, which they actually do a lot of events that you can go participate in, and more specifically, the hot air balloon was a more recent one that I can bring up because we attended it, and they had all these different hot air balloons. You could go for a hot air balloon ride. I haven't personally done that because, you know, me and gravity have this thing that we like to call fear of falling out of the sky. So we don't like to necessarily look into that too much. But guys, there's just a bunch of things that you guys can look into, especially if you're interested, right? You have all these different areas. People love floating the river. You have all these fishing spots. You have all these hidden springs. Guys, it is literally endless. So outdoor recreation is one of the top reasons why people are moving to the Treasure Valley. However, there's a lot more reasons that I want to give you guys because there's a lot more good things that the Treasure Valley offers. Now, the second pro is going to be the strong economy. Now, when we're looking at economies, growth, projections, and things of that nature, if you're not a number guy, it's okay, I'm not either. However, I can tell you guys this, that the economy in the Boise, Idaho, Meridian, all these different areas is absolutely taking off. We're seeing some of the biggest companies relocate and start opening up franchises, start opening up warehouses, just a lot of different things. And now typically when people ask, hey, what are the jobs most available to us? Well, the top 3 are always gonna be technology. So if you're, you know, in IT or cybersecurity or whatever it is within that, that's going to be a huge one. Another really, really big one is going to be the medical field. The medical field out here is not the biggest, it's not the smallest, but it does have a huge desire and a huge need for growth, for more people. So that is also a big one. And then the third one is just manufacturing. So if you're in that workspace where you guys manufacture, create, or are just in the manufacturing world, then it's honestly a great opportunity for you guys as well. Now, we've also seen a lot of big companies that I mentioned earlier in the video. For example, Meta, right? Facebook, they actually are building warehouses in Nampa, which is a part of the Treasure Valley. Then you also have In-N-Out. They just opened 2 of their first locations in the state of Idaho in the Treasure Valley. Then you have Topgolf that just opened their first location in the Treasure Valley. You have all these big companies that are coming. Not only that, you have a lot of local companies that are also starting businesses. You have all these mom and pop shops. You have so much growth just coming economy-wise, and I think due to that, we're going to continue to see a lot of amazing things come to the Treasure Valley as well. Pro number 3 coming in hot is going to be affordable cost of living. Guys, it is one of the cheapest areas to live in the Pacific Northwest. So if you're someone that is really like, hey, you know, we want to move somewhere that's budget friendlier, that we can still do things that, such as going on vacations, or maybe just being able to enjoy the little things, right? Like going out for a steak dinner every Friday night and weekend and all those different things, right? Depending on what that is for you. Or maybe you just like having more money in your pockets overall and not feel like you're doing anything illegal or doing anything silly, right? Then Idaho is literally this perfect spot for you. Now, I will say over time, the Treasure Valley has gotten more expensive due to supply and demand. However, that's been pretty on par with all over the nation with inflation and elections and everything going on right now. Just a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. But ultimately, the Treasure Valley is just a much cheaper place to live, right? There's a lot of things that we get to do. You have some of the lowest utilities as far as housing goes. So your gas, your water, your electric is some of the lowest costs across the nation. And then you also have tax breaks where Idaho is extremely positive as far as protecting you guys and not overcharging on taxes. So the tax on your income is lower, sales taxes are lower. Then you also have tax breaks on things like your house, for example, right? And let me break that down for you guys. So if you guys are purchasing a home, which I highly recommend it because I think the housing market in Idaho is literally on the verge of just exploding. Basically, how the tax benefit works is, let's say you purchase a house that's $725,000. Well, if you're living in it as a primary residence, then what they allow you to do is they'll actually not hit you for taxes on $125,000 of the property due to it being your personal residence or where you reside. So that's awesome as far as saving you and giving you that much more as far as tax breaks. But as far as it getting cheaper, it's probably not getting cheaper, as supply and demand is a real thing, and it's going to continue to elevate as we bring more people into this world and more people hear about the wonderful things that the Treasure Valley has to offer. However, in the meantime, it is still one of the best places to live as far as cost of living goes. Now, not only is everything very affordable, housing is also becoming more affordable as well. And I know that sounds weird, right? Housing is becoming more affordable. Well, the reason why is because in fourth quarter of the year, we typically see a huge slowdown in the housing market, and that ultimately leads to the median price point dropping because people want to move their properties, right? They want to sell their house, so people start doing price changes and price drops and things of that nature. So right now, houses are actually at a median price point in the Treasure Valley of $394,000, which if you've seen some of the previous videos we've made about the Treasure Valley, we've seen it at $415, we've seen it at $405. So this is actually the lowest we've ever been able to tell you guys the median prices are at so far since we started this YouTube channel, which is great news for you. So definitely something to look forward to. Or if you're interested, I do want to reiterate, I am a licensed real estate agent, and I would absolutely love to hop on a phone call, or if you can text me or you can email me, as many of you guys have done in the past, and we'd be more than happy to help you guys with your home buying journey, as much as we love making these videos for you guys as well. Now, the next pro that we're going to talk about is going to be pro number 4, which is the friendliness in the community of the Treasure Valley. So as far as Idaho goes, guys, I've said this in a couple of our previous videos, Idaho is almost uncomfortably super nice in the sense of like people saying hello to you or good morning or opening doors for you. It's one of those things where if you're from like a rougher city, right, maybe like Chicago or Detroit or Baltimore, where you come to Idaho and you're like, okay, this is a little weird because people are being nice. They're not trying to hold me at gunpoint, just joking, but maybe, depending on where you're from, right? But anyways, it's just a really nice place. So people always reach out, they always talk to you, they're always super nice to you. We had to change views real quick. My apologies, the sun is smacking me. We've had so many people that have relocated, and they've talked to us about how they're nervous about, you know, making friends or meeting people, or what is the, you know, what is the community like, right? And they get here, they move here, and, you know, almost immediately they instantly have some friends they've created, you know, or gotten into some communities that have already been established. And I always tell people, the easiest way to connect with people is going to be going to Facebook and just seeing what's available on the events, or Eventbrite, or, you know, just finding your folks, right? For me personally, I love playing football. I love the 49ers. I love a lot of different things as far as like athletics. So anything in that world, I'm a big fan of, and I'm willing to listen and learn, of course, and real estate as well. I can talk real estate all day, but Not this video, we're not gonna do that today. But I think genuinely there's a direct correlation with how friendly the community is and why the crime rate is so low and why the nature and you don't see trash in the streets and just so much of the ugliness that, you know, some of these other cities may have due to the fact that, you know, the communities could be better, the people could be better in general. That's what you're gonna get in the Treasure Valley. So people love that as well. Now finally, the fifth pro, and this pro I always mention is going to be kind of like a double-edged sword, because some of you guys love the winter, some of you guys hate the winter, some of you guys love the summer, some of you hate the summer. So I always like to put a little asterisk on it in case it may not be a pro for you, but for most people, they absolutely love having 4-season weather, right? The reason why they love it is because they can go enjoy, you know, 100-degree weather. Most people don't typically enjoy that. I'm just putting that out there. There is 100-degree weather. But most people enjoy having, you know, a warm summer that they can go out and do things. And a lot of people love to be able to see snow. Some people move here and they've never seen snow in their lives, right? So having 4-season weather is absolutely amazing for some folks. Now for me personally, I hate the cold. I absolutely want to do nothing with the cold, but I also doing the activities in the cold, and you can always throw on more layers. You just can't take off more layers, right? Well, you could, but you know, we're not gonna get into that. So anyways, guys, that comes to the conclusion of this video. Hopefully we provided you guys some values. If you have specific questions, please leave it in the comments below. If you didn't already, subscribe, press the notification bell at the top of the screen. We would absolutely love to give you guys more value and make sure you get notified when we drop more amazing videos just like this. As always, guys, thank you for tuning in. And if you have any questions, call me, text me, email me. I am a resource for you guys. I want to make this as easy of a transition for you as possible. So love you guys. See you on the next one.